So I'm here at this Tacoma Dome, I guess, and this is where they have the little rides. They come and bring the circus or whatever it is over here. And I feel like my life is just a circus, you know? And it's a joke because how come every time I try to do something, I just get knocked down? Starting, you know, just like when I try to work at jobs. You know, I try to get a job, try to make a difference. And there's always just some crazy witch or warlock, you know, in there just waiting to take me down, make me quit or make me resign, just make me get fired or whatever. So I just keep trying and trying and trying. And then after like 9 times, you start to think, well, shoot, I guess it's just no hope left. But God is, you know, better than that. The devil's a liar, and I'm not going to keep, you know, listening to that, because in the last days, the Christians will be persecuted. And just like they did in the Roman times, and, you know, now they just do it, and people say, oh, well, you're racist because you pointed out what's being done to you, and now you're the racist. Because you shouldn't really say what they do to you. You shouldn't really complain about it or bring it up or point it out, because that's complaining. And oh no, you're not supposed to complain. You're not supposed to point out discrimination. Remember? You're just supposed to say, oh, thank you, Mr. White Man. Thank you for any little crumb. Thank you for the food stamp. Thank you for any little food bank food. Thank you. Because that's how they beat us down so bad. Okay? To where we're just modern day lynched, walking around. Just please don't hit me. Please. I'm no more. And then they say, go back in your corner, nigga. And then we run back into our little cages, and then we beg them, please let me live here and I'll pay you. Just please, I'll pay you all this money, $600, $700, $1,000 a month just to live here in the shack. Please, old white master. And then they say, okay, I'll let you live here, but you gotta go to work all the time. You gotta be there 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day. And then you just come back and you eat a little bit, then you go to sleep. Okay, and I'll give you maybe a day off or so if you're lucky. Okay, and then I'll build my biggest empires. And that's what the slave master says. And I will live in these castles and all these mansions, and I will have all these homes and all these mortgages and businesses and cars and luxury vehicles and designer clothes, and I'm just gonna live the good life while you dumbass modern day slaves come to work every day, bust your butts, and I own the mortgage. And then if you don't follow the rules and join the secret societies or do in hell to Satan and fall for the homosexual agenda or whatever it is, and you end up here. Okay, right here. This is homeless street mission. And that's where the devil loves to keep people. Because then he can make you think there's no God, and you'll say, oh God, why did I end up homeless? Okay. And that's what he wanted. Because he'll want you to curse God and stuff, just like he tried to get Job. It's in the Bible. Read about it. He took everything away from him. See, they learn. The devils learn. The demons. They like, oh, what do we got to do now? Oh, how are we going to break him down? And they say, well, how do we break Job down? Let's just take notes from that. We'll take, his hell. We'll give him, we'll throw some chemtrails on it, some GE food, and we'll just mix it up with some toxic chemicals from the makeups and all the lotions and everything they put themselves in, the deodorants and everything. And yeah, we'll just hook it up. Okay? And then they're like, yeah, we'll mess the health up because we know they're just too damn healthy, those damn people. So they give us all the little slow kill diseases and say, Oh, here, let me man make everything. Yeah. Let me just hook up everything. I'm gonna just man make it. Forget about God and what He created. We don't even need that no more. We just need the stuff I make and I produce and I manufacture. Because after all, that gives me the profit, and then I get the money in my big old fat pocket while you fools are sitting on poor street. Okay, just come bring me the profits. That's what all the corporations say. So they make all this food. They get rid of the seeds. They won't let nobody have gardens anymore or anything. And then they say, oh, guess what? By the way, you can't buy or sell unless you have the chip. We got you guys. We made you dependent on everything. That's why we kept you guys in the city. Because we knew you needed the electricity, we knew you needed all the food from the grocery store that we was poisoning all up. And then on top of it, we'll just cut off the electricity. We'll just leave you guys so screwed up here, and then you guys will be closer inland, so we could just catch you and just put you in concentration FEMA camps. Okay? Wow, gee, thanks for giving us all this convenient life just so you can conveniently catch us up like cattle. Wow. So now we know the purpose of why you moved us all into these messed up jobs with all these toxic chemicals and all these plants to kill us off. Makes a lot of sense. Producing products that just are not even sustainable to the earth. Okay? Because of course that's going to give you more money in your pocket. Because then you get the benefits of the product that's sold that was created by a man, which I could say as a madman, okay? Because all he cares about is money, the love of money. It's the root of all evil, okay? And then they build all this stuff. It's toxic, chemicals. All these wires and electricity, just all the cell phones and everything. Yeah, I guess that's so healthy for us, right? But that really helps us really focus and have really our full brain capacity, doesn't it? No. But if you live off solar, you live off the sun has natural energy producing, and I don't understand why they didn't utilize it. Maybe just now they're coming out from the Stone Ages, and some people have solar. I mean, that's why they do the smart meters. I mean, do you think they can't just have electronically? I mean, in the age of computers, they can't send a message. Oh, but the cable company can turn your cable on anytime, right, from afar. But when you call the electricity place, somehow they just can't read that little nasty old meter, can they? They just have to come walking around, everybody's smiling on people, looking around and saying, oh yeah, guess what, we just need to go to your house. But do you ever see them go into the rich people's houses? No, because they got solar panels, okay? Because they know they don't have to deal with that someone coming all creeping up on them and stuff. They don't even tell you, they just creep. Okay, and people will be like, oh, who's in my yard? And it's a meter man, okay, a crazy meter man in there looking around, trying to look up stuff he knows he could have got on the computer and that he could have got sent to the information. You know, go find an abandoned house and turn the electricity on, bootleg it, and see how fast they find out the electricity's on from the computer, okay? They know when it gets turned on. They'll send someone out there and look, oh, why is a computer? Why does it say here someone's using electricity? Or you know, or you use too much electricity or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, they track all of it, believe me. And tell me they won't go and check it because they see it right from the computer. How do they know someone was using it? Oh, wait, the computer only says if it's on or off, right? Yeah, right. I mean, this is just all kinds of, you know, so they just keep these scam jobs, and then they throw on the smart meters on, and then they say, yeah, that way we could just force them to have a smart meter, and then they'll emit this stuff from the house, and they can't fight it. I've heard of women being even arrested trying to fight to not have a smart meter on, so but you just don't have a choice no more. When you live in the city, you pretty much give away your rights. And so, it's just crazy. I mean, I can't imagine the way this world is turning. And they were saying they were going to come after the women and kids first, and it makes sense, and the disabled, because of course we're easy targets. So, you know, they're already doing it. You know, look at Social Security. Obama, he'll cut that in a minute, and but he didn't do nothing to the rich people. See, that's how it goes. I mean, as soon as they get in there, they go ham on the poor and the single moms, the disabled, the elderly, the kids, and they know no one will protect them because we're the ones that were pretty much abandoned and no one cared, and who, you know. So I guess that's the way it is, and it's pretty sad, and I just cried. And then with this Kickstarter thing, the way they did me, which is just cold-blooded, they just pretty much stopped it. They held it up, and then finally, when it got to the final approval, they just said, no, well, you know, it doesn't look like such a great idea. We don't really like to fund starts of businesses or whatever. Like, I just asked for the fund. That's how I'm going to get the project, is so that I can have the place and the stage and the studio to do it in, and I need help with that. And if the people were willing to do it, it really wasn't none of their business, but they just put a wrench in it, just totally stopped it and said, you know what, this is too Christian, okay? But anyway, they'll do any kind of other projects, video games, all kinds of stupid projects, selling all kinds of useless crap, toxic stuff every day and night, is on there getting millions, okay? When they saw that Christian studio, their little atheist, little gay butt said, oh no, this might bring too many souls, we have to stop it. And they said, no, we'll just hold it. And you know what, I just said forget it. So I'm looking for another place. Kickstarter can kick rocks, okay?